Morning, everybody. Mike Bakke, Princetontrader.com, here with your Wednesday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, daily chart. We talked yesterday about how the market simply wants to march higher. We spent yesterday not really going anywhere. I mean, it was like a 7 or an 8 handle range. They made matching lows at 87.75 in the morning, and they took it up as high as 95 yesterday. So it wasn't a gigantic move. But the moral of the story remained, it's like, look, we're on an upper band ride. We'll have to see if the Bulls can maintain that today. I'm actually not all that, I'm starting to warm up to the idea of maybe a pullback to the 9-day simple moving average, just because the Bears have been a little fatigued up at the highs. At the same time, 2,500 is a number that really seems to want to print. I think we'll decide which way it wants to go today. But the reality is, we talked yesterday. I talked for 6 minutes on here about not fighting price. You just don't fight price. The problem yesterday was it was very difficult trying to get paid on a long in RTH because it really just didn't go anywhere. I mean, unless you were scalping. We were long 90 and it printed 94, and it just, there just wasn't a lot behind it. Getting short and fighting it, though, could get you tagged pretty quick. I ended up taking something off, at 90.75 that, sometimes you just have to cut a trade. But it was looking in the afternoon like it wanted to roll over. It was set up that way, but it just didn't play out. So you can see here on the live chart, on the daily chart rather, you have 4 days of support, break above, follow through, and like I said before, you've got a band ride here. The Bulls are going to have to print a new all-time high in order to maintain it. They're probably going to have to print somewhere in the 97s, 98s today if they're going to get it done. If that happens, if you start to see a consistent inability to take out the prior day low, I mean, the bands are, they're not tight by any stretch of the imagination. They're not blown out either. They're just kind of there. Could it go on a band ride? Sure. Do I think it'll go on a band ride that's really sustainable? Probably not. I think what you're going to see is the band's going to continue. It's going to run away from price, absent some kind of news that's really going to spike this market. When you get into the hourly chart, we talked yesterday about hourly mid-band and whether hourly mid-band would hold and be able to hold in price and act as support. It did, clearly. As late as 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it was telling you that the Bulls remained in control. What we've seen a little bit in the overnight, although I don't read too much into it until we get into the regular session, is a shift from wanting to be above the hourly mid to being below the hourly mid, going on about 6 hours. Now, that doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot if the market wants to go. Last time it did that, we were down here, but that was down and testing the monthly pivot. Now we're up on highs. So like I said, there's a little bit of fatigue. A little bit of fatigue that's starting to shine through in this market. What I will be interested to see is on a 5-minute chart, just how the yellow line here, which is VWAP, wants to continue to react to price. Resistance here. Little spike over, couldn't hold it. Resistance here. The daily pivot is here. The daily pivot has consistently held things in. You can see the same as you hop out on a 15-minute. We go back to the 5. What I'm curious about is whether this 92 area wants to hold here, here, actually back here as well. If it does, then you can see a push back to retest 87.75. The 87.75 matching lows from yesterday. 1, 2, set the stage for the rest of the day. You make a higher low at 88. I don't even need to look at the prices. Higher low at 88, back and through. This was the little head fake. This is, what got me thinking at the time, and plus all this resistance at the 5-minute mid-band, that we just might be able to pull off a little bit of a bearish close? Nope, not the case. And the key is, in those moments when you see that it's not going to happen, you cut the trade. You just cut the trade. And you live to trade another day. That's the key. The longevity is the key. So resistance at 92, actually you've got little matching highs there on a 15-minute chart. So right now I want to see, can 52 be resistance? If it can, does it have enough to get through 87.75? If it does, then you can start looking at 84s and 77s. Ultimately, though, I really have a difficult time seeing a pullback exceeding the rising blue line here. Whether that's today, tomorrow, whenever it is, at least on the initial move, I have a very difficult time seeing a pullback doing anything but being support at the 9-day simple moving average. And the reason I say that is the 9-day simple moving average has been support for the last week. And so what I'm expecting the market to do is what the market has been doing. If the market does something unexpected, then you adjust. All right, everybody have a great day. I'll be around for a midday update. Trade them well, and I'll talk to you then. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.